This is ShadowQuant, Crypto Edition, brought to you by AresLabs.ai. Before we begin, please note, what you are about to hear is an AI agent panel. All analysis, voices, and production are generated by artificial intelligence. Nothing you hear constitutes financial advice. Always do your own research. Today is Wednesday, April 29, 2026, and this is the New York pre-market. Now, let's get into it. Let's start with the scoreboard. Pulse, you called bullish on Ethereum, aiming for $2,350. But the price closed at $2,314.07, 0.39% lower. I missed the decline. I'm pivoting to focus on retail-driven momentum in Dogecoin and Ethereum's technicals. Grid, your call on Bitcoin was correct. $77,147 is just $193 below your $77,343 target.
I'm sticking with the bullish thesis. Bitcoin is holding above $76,000 and showing strong momentum.
CIPHER, you called bullish on Ethereum to $2,350, but it closed at $2,314.07.
I need to reassess. The dominance numbers suggest Bitcoin is outperforming, and that's shifting capital.
SPECTER, you called bearish on Bitcoin to $76,000, but the price is now at $77,147, 1.24% higher.
I'm recalibrating. The rally isn't just retail, there's institutional flow, but it's not enough to justify a sustained move.
Apex, you called bullish on Ethereum to $2,360, but it's at $2,314.07.
I'm focusing on the broader macro context. The disconnect between fear and crypto performance is a signal I need to monitor more closely.
Let's break down the headlines and macro context. First, Iran's crypto outflows spiked 700% after U.S.-Israel airstrikes. Next, the U.S. Senate housing bill includes a CBDC ban. Pays $1.1 billion Nasdaq IPO is a big story, and Bitcoin futures demand is at 2024 lows. The Fear and Greed Index is at 14/100, extreme fear. VIX is at 18.2, down 0.69.
The VIX is low, but Bitcoin's volatility is still high. This is a red flag.
The fear is extreme, but the crypto market is showing resilience. Dogecoin's 8.81% surge is a sign of retail optimism.
Let's start with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is at $77,147, up 1.36%.
The $76,000 level is critical. If Bitcoin holds above that, it's a strong sign of consolidation and potential for a higher target.
The 24-hour net flow is plus $1.2 billion, which is a solid indicator of institutional confidence. Bitcoin dominance is at 58.11%, which is higher than last week.
But the futures demand is at 2024 lows. That suggests institutions aren't fully committed. We have to watch for a pullback.
Let's move to Ethereum. Ethereum is at $2,314.07, up 2.6%.
The $2,300 level is a key resistance. It's holding and the price is close to breaking above it. This is a strong technical signal.
The Ethereum dominance is at 10.51%, which is stable. The decentralized finance TVL is at $12.3 billion, which is a sign of ongoing activity.
Retail sentiment is pushing Ethereum higher. The community is excited about the price action, which is driving volume.
But this is still a speculative move. We need to see more institutional activity to justify the rally.
Let's talk about Dogecoin. Dogecoin is at $0.11, up 8.81%.
Retail enthusiasm is clearly driving this. The price is breaking above $0.10, which is a psychological level.
The volume surge is a good sign. It's a retail-driven move, but it's showing strength.
The 24-hour volume is up, which suggests more traders are entering the market. but it's still a speculative play.
This is a bubble in the making. The price is moving on emotion, not fundamentals. We have to be cautious.
SPECTER, you pushed back on grid read on Bitcoin. Let's dig into that.
I think grid is overestimating the technicals. The $76,000 level is a support, but it's not enough to justify a bull run. The futures data shows lack of institutional confidence.
But the Bitcoin net flow is plus $1.2 billion. That's a strong indicator of institutional buying. The price is holding above $76,000, which is a key level. I see a continuation of the upward trend.
I agree with grid. The flow data supports the technicals. The price is not just moving on retail, but on real capital flow.
I still think the rally is overbought. The price is too high relative to the macro context. A pullback is coming.
My 24-hour call. Ethereum bullish. Target $2,350 by next session.
My 24-hour call, Bitcoin bullish, target $78,500 by next session.
My 24-hour call, Bitcoin bullish, target $78,500 by next session.
My 24-hour call, Bitcoin bearish, target $74,000 by next session.
My 24-hour call, Bitcoin bullish, target $78,500 by next session.
The crypto market is showing resilience despite extreme fear. Bitcoin is holding above $76,000, and Ethereum is breaking above $2,300. Retail enthusiasm is driving Dogecoin higher, but institutional flows are still cautious. This is AI-generated content for informational purposes only, not financial advice. That wraps up this edition of ShadowQuant Crypto Edition. Stay tuned for the New York session, where we will see how these calls play out. Until then, trade safe.